Hello, and welcome to episode 118 of Book Wars Pod. I'm Kate, and I'm here with Chris, Kristen, and Miranda, and we have the gang all together for the first time in a while because I said I would be back, and then I wasn't because then I died anyway, even though my class load was nothing because there was a pandemic and I had to grade.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure we figured this out last time, but this, I think, is the first book you've read with us since last September.
That's
Oh my god.
actually
Oh my
the
God.
worst. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I hate. And you know what? I'm gonna have to drop out in the fall again because my
Well,
because my
that's
teaching
how-
load.
Yep, that's how school works.
Yeah,
It comes again in the fall.
Yeah, thank you.
Unfortunately.
Listen, I'm teaching 2 classes next semester, and it's
That's
gonna
too many
be
classes.
special. I know. I'm teaching 2 classes. I'm taking 2, and I have to take thesis hours so I can fucking write a book. So
I'm gonna play so many video games.
I got a toy working.
Yes.
I've had this toy, but I figured out how to get all of these things onto the toy.
I
So
don't
if
think I've
you're
even-
annoyed by this, I don't care. It will continue to be this way.
If you're annoyed
Um,
by this, you should probably find a different podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're annoyed by this, how have you made it 118 episodes of the Book Wars Pod?
speaking of the book wars pod, I don't even think I've said what we're reading yet. Like what we're discussing
No,
today.
you
so
did.
that's-
You did. Oh no, you didn't. You just said it's
I sure
episode
fucking didn't.
118.
I was
Never
gonna say,
mind.
Miranda, did you hallucinate Kate's intro? Like, what's
Oh.
happening?
God. All right. So we are starting today Alphabet Squadron by Alexander Freed, which is the first in what is to be a trilogy. The second book is coming out
In
this
about a month.
year? Yeah,
June
okay.
23rd.
Oh, okay. I was like, everything's delayed. I don't even know when anything is
Honestly,
happening.
at the
anymore.
rate we read and keep taking weeks off, it'll probably be out before we finish this.
Hey, we haven't taken a week off in a while
That's true.
since we've been
better.
recording on Sundays.
That's true. So we are discussing through chapter 5 today. I really like, Keeks, how you named the specific like recording room for this. Start through chapter 5, bitch, you better work.
Okay, we've been having some technical difficulties, and by that I mean I haven't been able to get my mixer to work on this computer, and it's been really trying. So I'm just especially because in an iota of foresight, instead of just testing by myself, which is what I always do, I made Chris get on the computer with me and test like several hours ago, and it worked. And I was like, bitch, you better work. We actually tested this. So anyway,
What are we drinking, y'all?
Noopa, noopa.
Oh my god.
we
Don't like that.
So before we've been doing what we were drinking, I'm forcing everyone to do a new segment called Name One Thing That You Got Excited About This Week, because gratitude is great.
Oh,
So
I love it.
It's not in the outline. I should probably put it in there so people prepare for it. Let's see. What was one great thing that happened this week for me? I'll start. I usually have one thing when I come into the podcast, and this week I have nothing. No, actually, we started couples therapy. That was great. So
Yay.
yes.
I know that's people think that is a bad thing. It's preemptive couples therapy. It's like good. We're calling it premarital counseling. So
Everybody
Yeah.
needs space, couples, therapy.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
everybody also needs space individual therapy.
That's
So
space every therapy. I mean, we
Anyway.
did that before
Yeah.
doing the
Ex-
marriage. So
exactly.
It was great.
So
It was great.
that's what I have
Chewy
to say
agrees.
about that. By the way, we will be accepting other shit you guys want on the soundboard in the Patreon Slack. So if
We
you
need
want,
to get Orca from Resistance saying something. I don't know
oh
what.
great,
but
yeah, I need to
Aw.
watch that so that I get the
God
yeah
damn it, Kristen.
anything that's listen. No, I've watched parts of it.
Yeah, have you watched Clone Wars yet?
No.
Oh my
Of
god,
course
bitch!
not.
What?
Kristen,
Dude,
I've
listen.
watched Clone Wars.
Listen, I try to my partner is furloughed, so I actually try to spend time with him so that he does not want to walk into traffic outside of working hours. So I haven't, and usually that means letting us coexisting on the couch. So I should probably just watch Clone Wars. It's great point.
Just make him watch it. It's gonna be
Oh,
fine.
fuck no. I'm not making him watch that. He doesn't make me watch his terrible, I shouldn't say terrible.
Yes,
his
he does.
fucking artsy fartsy movies that he likes to watch.
Well, you can do
So-
a trade, and it'll be
He
you'll both hate
absolutely
it.
does that.
I haven't been succumbing. I haven't been letting him make me watch movies.
Oh
So
my god.
anyway, cool. So that was my good thing of the week. Whoever has one, go next, and I'll add super inappropriate sound drops in
God.
between. I can't wait for us
Jesus
to get
Christ.
sued by Disney. That means we made it.
I got free money to do some art for the summer, so yeah.
Great, that'll cover our legal fees.
Oh, it's $500. It's not a big grant, honey.
$500 plus our coffee fundraiser.
Yeah.
True. $507.
That's awesome.
That's
Wait,
enough.
Mom, was it like writing art?
Yeah,
good. I was like, you does art?
I do art. It's I'm writing a thing. So
Yay!
yeah, school is giving out grants to artists who wanted to do art thingies around COVID. So I'm making a. Have y'all heard of Twine? Have I talked about this?
Yes. Wait, actual
What, like
wait,
the world's
twine?
largest ball of twine.
Like is a twine a concept or is it just? I'm like, I know what string is.
Oh, yeah. I'm not making string. Twine is the name
Listen,
of a software that basically it allows you to write just like online, like choose your own adventure style
Oh,
That's fun.
So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I have to hand it in by August 15th, so I should hopefully we'll have something to share with people who want to play with it by then. It's going to be really depressing, fair warning, number one, because it's me, and number two, because it has to be about COVID. So,
No, that's awesome.
yeah, no, so that's happening. Oh my god! Somebody else talk. I'm done.
Kate's gonna be so mad at me by the end of this.
Oh
Listen,
my
I socialized these, and then you guys gave me suggestions, so I've added the ones that you asked me to add.
I didn't ask for pod racing. That was all you, bro.
Oh, that is actually correct. I was like, I have to add now. This is pod racing. Why would I not add? Did you guys really think that if I had a soundboard that it wouldn't be on there?
Miranda, what are you grateful for?
So
Yeah, what's your good thing this week?
I felt like an actual person on Sunday afternoon. I got to run some errands, which is, I guess, now a thing that we get excited about.
Yay!
But the last couple weeks, I've been doing my grocery pickup at a place across the river in Washington, and like for some reason, driving there instead of like to somewhere else in Portland just makes me feel like I'm really going on an adventure. So that was fun, and I went to my parents' house and unloaded a couple boxes.
Are your parents out there now? Did they make it?
No,
they just have a house here.
I have a house.
Oh. Understood. Okay.
So they will be here in a few weeks, but for now it's 2 house burb.
Yay!
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Oh my
God.
god.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have an answer for you.
Oh my god.
Also, Burb, way to be a rebel transporting fruit across state lines.
I know.
Oh my god.
Scandal.
It was, well, you know.
Disney's going to sue us. The Portland or Oregon Department of Food and Agriculture is going to sue
Oh my
us.
I
fucking
think
god.
they have reciprocity, unfortunately. What was shit? I had an actual point somewhere. Oh, that's
if
where the
true.
good Chick-fil-A is, Miranda.
Oh my
There's
god.
a good Chick-fil-A over there.
Yeah, that's where like we went and gave blood at a library in Vancouver because that was like the the one. Sorry, I'm trying to open a beer, and you guys know I'm inept. That was like the nearest. That was the closest time, the soonest time. There we go. That we could donate, and I was like, "Fuck, am I doing? I'll absolutely drive to Vancouver to do that." And then I told Quinn I would get him whatever he wanted for drive-through on the way home. So we went to Chick-fil-A, obviously, and made sure that I talked about how gay I was the whole time, like we like to do.
As you ordered.
Love it.
can
As
only
I
assume.
ordered, obviously.
I love it.
Through
I
my
have
car.
the gayest chicken you can possibly find because I'm gay, and by gay I mean super gay.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Anyway, very efficient operation. So great that a few days later it was Quinn's birthday, and I was like, "What do you want to do? It's your birthday." And he was like, "Can we go back to Chick-fil-A?" And I was like, "Yes,
Fuck,
we
love
absolutely
that.
can."
Goodness
I would like
gracious.
a spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh my goodness
Um,
gracious.
Yeah, but then I also on Sunday went to one of our favorite breweries here in town. Did a little online order ahead of time and picked it up and got a T-shirt that'll be featured on the Instagram at some point.
Oh god, I hated everything about that.
I'm gonna log off now. I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, like you guys realize that these are all from Star Wars. It's not
I
like
know.
I invented them.
Okay, but you're
Out
taking
of
them
context.
Out of context. Fucking
Well, yeah, this is out of context pod, famously.
God Christ Almighty.
Kate picked
That's
a great
great. You
episode
went
come
to
back.
you went to Level. I just
Yeah.
finished. I've had this beer on the pod before, but I just finished the old school IPA,
Ooh.
which I believe I was on this podcast and said Dad would hate this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. I'm also drinking level when we get to that section.
Oh yeah, when we get to that section, I was gonna say I finished mine, so I'm gonna talk about a different one.
All right. Chris hasn't gone yet, and we also still haven't talked about alcohol, and we are 12 minutes in.
I know, but gratitude is important.
Oh my goodness.
Also Star Wars.
Well,
Hey,
I mean,
Kate,
we
this
never talk
weekend, can we go
about
to
Star
Popeyes
Wars.
and get spicy chicken sandwiches?
Yes. Say yes, Popeyes.
Kate,
is
I don't know why you're
great.
being so quiet right now. I do. It's because you're playing Gwent, but
It's
What is
because
this
you're taking too long.
I asked you a question.
What? No.
What did I ask you?
If we could go to Popeyes and get spicy
Okay,
chicken
fine.
sandwiches, and I said no. Can you please? Excuse the fuck out of you. I listen when you talk.
She just chooses to ignore you, which is
Absolute-
very smart.
Yes,
true.
it's true. That's
a fair point.
absolutely true.
I am great. Speaking of sandwiches, I am grateful because we got to get outside on Saturday and safely consume some bomb-ass sandwiches
Ooh.
Oh, fuck
from
yeah.
a place called Cured in Boulder. They do like
delicious.
deli meats and shit. It's
Um,
delicious.
Deli meats.
If you took any photos of that, send them to me.
I did not, but I can promise you it won't be the last time we go. So
Yeah, can you send them to me too? I really love sandwiches.
Just take pictures of things and I'll
Just-
put them on the Instagram.
just take pictures
because
of everything.
that like it can be tangentially Star Wars related in that we talked about it on the podcast, so it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
Official prosciutto, mozzarella, and arugula sandwich
Oh
of the
my
pod.
Of the
God,
podcast,
that sounds
that's
fucking
right.
amazing.
That's right.
And
Is
I'll
that
Yeah,
like
be
that sounds so
drinking-
good.
I'll kick off the next segment.
Thank
I'm
you.
drinking a black cherry Truly.
Oh hell yeah!
So, as listeners, longtime listeners will know that I have a problem with hard seltzers that are too sweet. I actually had to give my wild berry Truly to Kate
It's
because
delicious.
that shit was like
oh, it's
sickly.
really good. They're all good.
So that's why I'm drinking a black cherry now.
Great.
I have an extra one because I grabbed one and the Chris was like, here. And I'm like, do you really want this to happen to you?
Yeah.
And I guess he did. So that's cool.
Yep. Hey, I'm just happy for us. So this is not a Sunday podcast, and it is now just a half hour after we were supposed to start recording, and we're actually recording
Right?
It's true.
instead of just starting the podcast.
It's true.
So I am
Blessings.
very, very impressed with us right now.
And by just starting the podcast, you mean one of us finally decided we're too depressed 23 minutes later.
Yes.
Why not
Yes.
both?
Hey, I also had another thing that I was up. I was like, oh, another thing. I also was going to couples therapy right after. So I was like, I don't have enough time. I'm gonna have a panic attack.
It's legit.
Anyway.
Oh, that wasn't even a dig at you for
Oh.
yesterday. That was literally just what we do every time.
No, we've been doing it fine on Sundays. Stop saying that. I'm happy about how good we're doing.
I know, on Sundays. Before that, not so much.
Absolutely correct. Okay,
why we
what's
do it
the
on
other
Sundays.
flavor, or are they the same?
I mean, I've got a black cherry as well, which I have not had yet. So
Cool.
We're
Yeah,
doing it.
that's what I was exploring. Miranda, what's your level?
Hi. So again, I'm drinking a
Hi.
level beer
Jesus
from here in
Christ.
Portland, Oregon. I'm drinking the Bad Hombre, which is a
Oh, it's
Mexican
so good.
It's fucking delicious. It's a Mexican-style lager, the easy drinking style of beer made popular in Mexico. Light-bodied, crisp, clean malt character with mild corn flavor that goes great with the lime. This
Yeah.
beer is bad, dangerous, and if you add a lime wedge, it's out of control. The fake news
Jesus.
will tell you that clear beer is weak, but that is only what losers would say. This beer is classy and made for winners. Winners who like the beach. Salud.
Yes. I had the Breakside Mexican lager earlier with dinner.
Ooh,
Which
they
is
have a-
very good.
They have a Mexican lager
They
out.
yes, but you have to get it in a growler. It's called the coldest beer in town.
Okay. I can do
You
that.
live right there.
I live right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've had like 4 growlers of it because it's like the lightest thing we could get there, and it's so good. Speaking of our good friends at Breakside, I'm drinking a Breakside Pilsner. Crisp, refreshing, floral, old world with a modern twist. 5.2% alcohol by volume. And now it's got a little bus on it, which is very cute.
Best pilsner in the city.
It's so fucking good.
You heard it here first.
It's so good. Agree. I love the Breakside Pilsner. It's 5.2% though, so of course I like it better than all the rest of the Pilsners that are not 5.2%, but it's also very good.
Look at the size of that thing.
Christ Almighty.
Great. Should we Star Wars now? We did it.
Star.
We
As
did
if
it.
we needed another segment, but listen, gratitude is important. And I want everyone to be grateful, and even if they shut the podcast off or fast forward through this part, depending on who you are,
Oh my god.
we appreciate you.
We'll just
Oh
start
my
including like a preview tag, being like, we start actually talking about the podcast at 17 minutes and 32 seconds.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking absolutely start adding that. Thank
That
you.
might not be a terrible idea, honestly. for the
17,
I think that's a
people.
good idea.
30, some actual fucking Star Wars. Great. It's added to the outline. Cool. Where are we? We're in a new book. We're in a lot of places, and we're at a lot of places, and we're timeline in a lot of places, and it's really
God.
confusing.
All right. Well, first the Jesus fucking Christ. First the fucks. Chris needs to explain a few things about the context, I guess, of this book getting published and other media that tie into it,
Oh
etc.
yes, the comics thing.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So, as some listeners may remember, as we talked about on the pod, or just followers of Star Wars, there's actually a tie-in comic called TIE Fighter that talks about the pilots of Shadow Wing, which, as we now know, are the main antagonists of Alphabet Squadron. That was like, I mean, was intended, is like kind of like a concurrent, not quite concurrent, but close to concurrent storyline, just to introduce that side of the conflict. There was some controversy around it because Chuck Wendig was hired to write it and then got fired by Marvel for being liberal. And while he was writing, it ended up being called Vader Dark Visions, I think. I think it was going to be called Shadow of Vader before that. That comic series that also ended up getting given to someone else and was absolutely terrible.
Yay!
Yay!
But
It
so
was
this so
given
the
to someone
comic
else
tie-in-
who was a white man. So
yeah.
as I recall.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, that was the one that like one of the issues was just going around Twitter because it was just blatantly misogynist.
Misogyny in my Star Wars?
I know.
Wild.
Misogyny
more
in my
likely than
Star
you
Wars
think.
fandom?
Mm.
But what was I going to say? Oh, so Jody Hauser ended up taking over the TIE Fighter comic. That's kind of really all to say. When Marvel fired Chuck Wendig, that was kind of another of the many nails in the coffin of why we don't read Marvel comics. Their editor-in-chief is extremely racist. Their senior editor in charge of Star Wars comics is apparently also super racist and thinks that telling people to not be racist is too controversial for Marvel. But yeah, so that's a thing that exists. I also don't think the TIE Fighter comic's very good.
It would have been good if they let Chuck name it TIE Fighter, like THAI, and then he got fired again because it was Space Asia. It would have been good.
God fucking damn it.
Listen, what are you gonna fucking do? He's a white man who got fired for calling out racism. Like, way to set the bar as low as you can go and then limbo the fuck under it.
No, I agree.
I know.
Just
limbo under that low bar, Star Wars.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
So when C.B. Cebulski and or Mark Paniccia get unceremoniously booted to the door,
Please
then maybe
God.
we'll read Star Wars comics again.
I thought they smelled bad
Oh my
on
god.
the outside.
We've
good.
already used that one.
That one's better. That's better, right?
I mean, it was slightly more appropriate, yeah.
Yeah. We don't like them. They're bad. Although we like tauntauns.
We do like
Famously.
tauntauns. Have I said you? God, I need to dig up some video of.
I
Orca
didn't
making-
put any tauntauns yelling, by the way, but yes. Go ahead.
No. I just need to dig up some video of Orca in the winter because he hates the cold desperately, and he will just make tauntaun noises if you take him in the car when it's cold. And just it's very
he
sad
sure
and also very funny.
He sure does do that. It's amazing.
Oh, that's incredible bullshit.
Yeah,
I love it
it's-
so much.
It's pretty good.
He's
All right,
also
so
dreaming right now and his paws are twitching.
Oh, sweetheart.
he's having a swim.
Oh, he realized we were talking about him and just bolted upright.
Yep.
Sorry,
Dogs.
that's everyone's Orca update.
right.
Anyway, so
Now-
where and when are we?
Now we can talk about it.
We're doomed.
Fuck.
So this is a book of a lot of locations and a lot of characters. So this first episode might just be all set up, and that's fine. So we are 1 to 2-ish months after Endor. The reason we know that is because it talks about Operation Cinder, during which Irika defected. And as we know from previous media, such as Battlefront 2 and the Shattered Empire comic, Operation Cinder happened very quickly after the Battle of Endor. Seems like it was a matter of days or weeks at the most. And she defected during that, and then has been at Trader's Remorse for about a month, she said, before she gets recruited by Adon.
Is that how you say his name?
Oh, I don't
Nope.
know.
How is it?
It basically just sounded like Aiden,
Okay, that's
Aiden,
what I
which is
Okay.
dumb. But
It looks like Adam.
yep. Yeah, as far as I can
Right.
tell, as far as I can remember from literally listening to the audiobook, yeah, it's like Aiden.
Okay. Fuck you, Chris.
I mean, you can always count on me pronouncing the Star Wars names wrong.
That's correct.
You can always count on the Star Wars names being fucking stupid.
I mean,
so.
that's also true. It is Star Wars.
So Alphabet Squadron also has the. I don't want to call it a B plot because it's like A1 and A2 plots.
There
Yeah,
are
because they're
lots
all
of
going to end up
plots.
being main
Right.
characters.
Right. Exactly. I mean, tis inevitable.
The titular squadron.
Yes. Oh gosh. I had a teacher who hated the word titular because it said tit in it, and so every time I wrote it, he would cross it out and then write something like write title or whatever, and I was like, so I just kept doing it, obviously because I'm me. Anyway,
It's pretty funny.
I
I
makes
love
it
using
better.
it because it reminds me of Ladybird.
It's the
Bless.
titular role.
I love it. It's so good. Titular is a great word.
Yeah, it has tit in it.
Yeah. Well, like it's also just a good word. It's got a lot of it's got a lot of hard consonants, which are fun to say.
It's true.
so the other plot takes place on the is the Hellion Stair a capital ship? It's a
It's like a recon ship.
all right. What the
It's
fuck
like a
ever.
frigate
It's like
situation.
a lowercase ship.
kind of like Twilight Company-ish.
Okay.
Fucking hate you, Kristen.
Oh my word.
I know. I love that Kate's back on because it's turned back on to. We've turned back into bitch. Shut the fuck up, pod.
I
We had such a good few weeks while we were reading Tarkin. Kristen was on topic.
Vaguely,
I mean that's closer to the mark than you usually get, so we'll take that.
Kristen knew the names of the characters.
No, what? No fucking way.
I mean, sort of. There's
Oh,
like 0 characters
that's
in that
true.
She
book.
knew Tarkin and Vader.
Yeah,
Two right there.
2 more than she knows in this fucking book.
and Palpatine.
Oh my god. All right. So the other side of Zers, we're on the Hellion Stair and they're being chased around by Shadow Wing because they've got some kind of secret spy information about what remains of the Empire and we don't know what the fuck it is yet, as I recall. And so these two things are happening vaguely simultaneously. Maybe the Hellion Stair storyline is happening a little bit after Yrica gets what happens with Yrica, because she gets recruited to New Republic intelligence, and then she's kind of like there for a little while, doing shit work because Aiden's like, I'm gonna give you shit work to do because you're annoying.
But it's not like shit work like Thrawn made Eli do. It's
Correct.
it's actual shit work as opposed to like super helpful shit work that Thrawn refuses to tell you the answer to.
Yep.
I believe that the battle over Jerus happens roughly 2 weeks before Yrica is recruited.
Okay.
And then the resulting kind of chase through the Oradal cluster happens over the course of those 2 weeks, 3 weeks ish, and then they, spoiler alert, Alphabet Squadron will all meet up at the same time.
Well, where we stop is where Yrica figures out what exactly has happened with the Hellion Stair and Shadowwing.
Right. I think at that point we are roughly concurrent in the timelines, where like the Hellion Stair is stuck in the cluster and Yrica has discovered that they're in the cluster.
Right. And then the actual B plot involving Commander, how do we say it? Nuras?
I've been saying it Nares, but
Okay.
I think that's right. Keep going. I'll try to jog my own memory.
Nice. Where she's just the commander of Shadowwing is basically trying to pull together her little remnant of the Empire, which we're probably going to talk more about in a future episode, the way that the Empire has splintered. We've talked about that in previous episodes, especially when we were talking about Aftermath, all the Aftermath books. But again, we're getting another side of it, and it's which is pretty interesting.
and we did get Grand Admiral Sloane and Grand Moff Pandian shout-outs. Speaking of
Yeah,
Aftermath.
I enjoyed
that part
Sorry,
was.
go ahead, Kate. I tried to sneak that in between sentences, not to interrupt.
Listen, butthole.
Boy.
I don't need to deal with you.
Sneak to interrupt, pod.
Oh my god.
That's all I do. I never make a point. I just sneak to interrupt with stupid non-jokes that aren't funny.
Oh my fucking god.
Didn't you
So
miss
less and less as we go on. Speaking of Aftermath, we're about 4 or 5 months before the trilogy starts.
Yes.
So we're a little less than a year before the Battle of Jakku.
Yep, exactly. At the beginning of Aftermath, Wedge notes that it's been 6 months since Endor. Obviously, if we are 1 to 2 months, you can do the math.
I really can't, but go on.
Math is hard.
All right, shall we talk about our cast of characters, who are, as usual, in an Alexander Freed book, just a bunch of problem children.
Oh my god, they're so good. I love them.
I love
They're
them all.
The worst.
All of them.
Do you want to come shoot shit with me? Aren't we gonna get in trouble? Who the fuck cares? I mean, but
wanna shoot
probably
shit.
also. Probably also though.
God. So of course, first up we've got Yrica, my Gasian queen. I love her so much.
Yay.
Imperial defector who, it's kind of like judging herself for how late she chooses to defect. Like, she sat there through Alderaan and all the other crap, and the second Death Star exploding. And when we finally get to Operation Cinder, she's like, huh, this is like especially bad. And it's just like, all the other stuff wasn't especially bad before that. And she's like, well, you see, I didn't want to get off the couch.
Which is a fucking
everything's under
mood.
control, situation normal.
Like, we have a point on this later in the outline, but it's like, you know, she kind of implies that, like, oh, she knows this is bad and she wants to join the rebellion, but like that Operation Cinder, like you said, seems to be her "Are we the baddies?" moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah.
Not to bring up genocide for the 98th podcast in a row, but like you've been doing genocide this whole time.
So
No,
many
literally,
genocide. It's
the part
fucking
where
bad.
I know, the part where she's just like, we've been doing genocide this whole time, but at least it was like genocide with a point, I guess. I don't understand what the point of this genocide is. And I'm like, Erica, sweetie, oh no.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell her that genocide is bad, like, full stop.
Yeah.
Someone should tell the Empire that, because none of them seem to care.
I don't think they would listen to me.
Why wouldn't they listen to you? You're very assertive, Miranda.
Oh my god.
I did not come out to be attacked like this.
Jesus Christ.
It is interesting though, because she's kind of like a very like insufficient conscientious objector. Like, she's like the people who are like still working at Homeland Security or ICE and being like, I'm protecting America. Like,
The people inside the Trump administration who are like, I'm still working for the Trump administration because I'm trying to fight the power from the inside. Good job with that. Everyone still died of COVID, but continue.
by getting anonymous book deals and making money. That's how you're doing it.
No disintegration.
Oh my god.
But I wanna. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna obviously get a lot more about Erica, because in a book of about 5 equals, she is kind of like the most equal of them.
That's what the Empire told her.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
But it is interesting because we've seen Imperial defectors before. Obviously, we talked about it in Battlefront 2 with Iden and Del. Obviously, we've talked about Sinjir. We've talked about I'm sure there's more that I just can't remember right now.
One of the people from the Love one.
what?
The Claudia Gray.
This is
Sienna.
helpful, thank
Lost
you.
Stars. Yeah,
Oh,
Sienna.
Thane and Sienna. And Kendi, for that matter.
Mm.
But it is like, she's kind of in a unique situation because she defected really late. Like, she's one of the people who kept fighting beyond when it was reasonable.
Yeah,
we're talking
honestly,
about Erica.
Yeah, well, that and like, with Iden, like, she was a true believer. Like, she grew up in a military family. She grew up with like just like being basically groomed.
Mm-hmm.
Erica didn't necessarily have that conditioning going into this. Like, she was just like she wanted what Luke wanted, basically, in A New Hope, which is to learn how to fly and then fuck off. Or at least that's what she says. I don't know if she reveals anything more about that later.
But I was
Because
going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Mother of Christ. So, like, basically, like, she and her, like, her adolescent, like, love interest, whose name I cannot remember right now because she's mentioned for about a blip. Like, she, like, basically she was like, this girl's hot and she wants me to join the rebellion with her.
Was
Okay.
that part not about her mom?
No.
No.
Oh, fuck. I definitely read this book.
Miranda's got a lot of things that she needs to work through.
No, but I mean, Erica's a frat bro who started going to surge meetings because her girlfriend was an SJW.
Oh no.
Listen, do not paint lesbians with a broad brush. Not all of them want to adopt a child after being together for 3 months.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But see, my thing with Erica is, like, she says this, and that's the image of herself that she's trying to paint, that apparently she had this girlfriend who convinced her and not her mom, who was like, you should join the rebellion. But like, I think Chris was alluding to this. It's kind of too late to do that, sweetie.
I don't
Like,
know.
it doesn't fucking mean anything.
I don't
at this
mean
point.
to be like. I don't mean to be like. It's not that early. I mean, it's not that late. But fucking the Battle of Jakku is 10 months later, ish.
It's true.
There are
guess it's-
just like still a lot of fucking idiots in the Empire. I
Yeah, but it's
guess.
not centralized like it was
Yeah,
before.
I mean that's
Like-
totally fair. I'm just like, of the latecomers, she's like pretty like in the middle. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think, you know, that like at this point when she jumps ship, the rebels have already destroyed 2 fucking Death Stars.
Listen,
Like, that is the biggest fucking super weapon in the goddamn galaxy, and they've killed it twice. The Emperor is dead, kind of,
allegedly.
and like all of the Empire people are like, well, you're gonna fucking come to me, and we're gonna figure this out until we find Ray Sloan. But I'm not listening to you right now. And like, there's no order, which is what the whole fucking, you know, quote unquote point of the Empire was.
That's no moon.
Oh my god. I think where I draw the line with this is like, so Aiden's a true believer who's been brainwashed since he was a child. Like, I get like that. I can understand that. Sinjir is eyes wide open about everything. He's just super cynical, and he wants to feel powerful because he had a shitty childhood. And then, but with Erica, I think I draw the line at, though, just because like she knows what she's doing. Like she has integrated that into her brain hole and still didn't defect. And I think that's like, I don't know. I think that's a sticking point for me.
No,
Yeah,
that's
and I
fair.
think-
I was just talking about like as far as when she could have defected.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not saying she has a bad or good, like, obviously I think she should have defected earlier because like any hint of genocide should be enough to defect ? But however, I'm like, if we're looking at like the timeline of defectors, she's not as late as like any of the people who were in the Battle of Jakku.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and it's
Sorry, go ahead.
I just think it's wild. Like when she's at the trader camp place, like
Traitor's
you see-
remorse.
you see her fucking judging the people who defect a month after her,
Yeah.
and it's like, your timeline wasn't great either. Who
What
are you to judge?
a bitch.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I think, and she knows it in her mind, right? Because she
does.
talks about the first waivers and the second waivers. And, like, the first waivers are the people who, you know, like, regardless of how they felt pre-Endor, post-Endor, they saw their opportunity. There was chaos. There was plenty of opportunity for them to leave, and they did.
And Sinjir was one of them.
And Sinjir was absolutely one of them. That's absolutely right. And so the difference is it took her longer. It took her decision-making process longer. And that shows, to Kate's point, that her defection wasn't motivated by the Empire being bad. It reached a point where it got bad enough, but like she had to quantify it because she didn't defect at the first possible opportunity.
Right.
Totally.
And then kind of like, honestly, like he himself being the embodiment of Devil's Advocate, Nath Tencent.
Yay.
Nath, oh no, he's hot. Tencent.
God.
Yes.
Honestly, all of them are hot, and I'm just like, it's fucking disaster over here. It's fine.
Listen,
Kairos.
being
Yeah.
Very hot.
bisexual is a trap, and I do not wish it on anyone.
It's true.
It's a trap.
Yes, I
Um,
do have lots of people saying that. Do I? No, I think I just have. No, never mind. I just have lots of people saying it's not my fault, which
Oh my-
is
I mean,
True.
fair. Also, not my fault being bisexual.
It's not my fault.
oh my god.
Also, not Han Solo's fault being bisexual. What?
What?
It's true. But yeah, so we've
Canon,
got.
you heard it here first.
Oh my god.
You heard it here first for the 9th time.
Jesus. So we have Nath, who defected before Alderaan, I believe.
Yes.
actually.
Yep.
But he
Well-
only did it
Yeah.
because he got caught out for fucking extortion, basically, because he was like over here just being like, hello pirates, I would like a cut of your take, but also hello people being attacked by pirates, I would like you to pay me to protect you from pirates, lol, I will not. And then he got caught, he and the rest of his people.
Don't
Yeah,
you
he's
hate
like
it
the
when that
Michael Flynn
happens?
of the Empire. He's the one who's like so bad and so stupid that they have no choice but to put him in jail.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so, you know, did he defect for Alderaan? Yes. Did he do it for the right reasons? Absolutely the fuck not. He also like fucked right off from the rebellion first chance he got and decided to go like do pirate ass shit somewhere else. So, oh Nath, he's the only people he seems to care about are the people that he lost during that mission where, you know, it was basically supposed to be a bombing run at a shipyard, and like he didn't care about anything before, and now he super doesn't care about anything.
Okay, not to bring up Rebels again, but bombing runs at shipyards rarely go well.
Why would you say that to me? Why would you say those words in my presence? I haven't been on the pod, and I'm putting the pod again, guys. That's it. I just, oh my god,
Nath also flies a Y-wing, which is like strikes 1, 2, and 3 right there.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah, isn't there like a lot of within the fandom fights about these ships that all these fuckers are flying?
About how a Y-wing is basically just like a floating dump truck.
I mean, listen. You just said floating dump truck, and I go, oh, that would be nice. I would like a floating dump truck, so
Oh my god.
to each their own. I just
Oh,
know that there are
Jesus.
people who know things about Star Wars who are arguing about this, and they're angry. You know what? It doesn't matter because they're not listening to this podcast because there are 3 women on it, so it doesn't matter.
oh my god.
Doink.
That's what we've got going for us.
Oh my god. But I also feel like despite himself, Nath's taken kind of a shine to Yurika just because he's just like, you are a piece of trash, and I am a cockroach, and we can be friends.
It's amazing. He's like, oh, you're a piece of shit? I'm a piece of shit.
I know, it's so
Let's go hang out in the toilet.
It's so good.
Scum.
Oh
very
god. But, you know, I'm sure we will get more Nath just having feelings aside from, I don't care about stuff, but we haven't quite gotten there yet.
Do you mean
Yeah.
Nath having feelings and not ever talking about them?
In my Star Wars?
It would never happen.
It is
Listen,
funny though
it's
because
complicated.
Erica gets to him because he's like he's very cool guy, like I don't care about anything. I don't have feelings anymore. And she's just like, I was in Shadow Wing, and he like without missing a beat tries to kill her.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I like-
hashtag Nath shot first.
Right? I loved how she was like, all right, he's gonna try to kill me as soon as I say this, so I'm gonna be prepared. So like she says it and then just kicks his chair over. It's just like, I knew it.
Yeah.
Speaking of not talking, Kairos doesn't talk ever. sure we'll get-
Yay.
She said like 3 words.
No, that's true. Well,
No,
y-
she astral projected 3 words.
yes, Yurika
It's true.
thinks she heard 3 words. So yeah, no, she's our mysterious U-wing pilot. I'm sure we'll get more on her later. What I
I'm
wrote on the
Very
outline,
very afraid of her.
she's so
Same.
cool. Oh my god. What I wrote on the outline was, looks like she could kill you and definitely would kill you.
She's the one who got cockroach fuckboy to defect.
Correct.
From
Yeah.
defect from
Defecting.
pretending to be in the Republic.
God.
It is
Also,
also,
it-
like she flies a U-wing in a squadron of fighters. A U-wing is not a fighter.
No.
Listen,
That's a
some people
Big
like
boy.
some people like things that are named after letters.
No, I mean
What?
no hate. Like
Every
she's
ship
essentially-
Kristen.
in this squadron is named after a letter.
They're all letters, Kristen.
It is called Alphabet Squadron. for this reason.
It's not over yet.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, like she's like the Han Solo or Harrison Dula, where she just flies this big bulky piece of junk, and yet somehow racks up as many or more kills than the rest of them.
Because she's scary as hell.
Yeah, because she's
And
terrifying.
She could kill you with her pinky.
She's very good at things.
She sure is. Like being silent and conveying menace at the same time.
And making everyone completely horribly afraid of her.
Yes.
Despite never speaking.
Solving constipation within the squadron.
Oh my god. Speaking
Well
of people.
timed. Well timed.
Jesus. People who are going to be afraid of Kairos who haven't met her yet will.
Yeah. It's funny.
Sweet,
True.
sweet little baby who comes from this, like, just this tiny little podunk planet that's got nothing. Just wants to, like, ride
It's got dragons.
It's true. I was about to say, he just wants to ride his, like, his fucking burbs and stuff. And
The space dragons.
exactly.
Yay.
And yeah, no, he's like so soft. The way he like, I was just like, I had to stop reading one night because I had to go to bed. But I stopped at the
I'm
bit.
proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't want to ask what time it was because that will make me not proud of you, but I'm still proud of you for knowing the concept of going to bed.
Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just play The Witcher. But yo, shut the fuck up, Chris. I saw that face.
There are side quests to go.
It's true. There are many of them. It's great. But I had to stop at the bit where he just barely squeaks his ass into hyperspace and his like entire like glass, whatever the damn hell, is like cracking and he's got no oxygen and shit and he's just like talking to his ship and I'm just like,
Oh my god.
you sweet baby. I almost cried because he's so cute. I was just
He loves his ship so
does.
much.
know.
It's big soft boy Han Solo vibes.
so cute.
He just loves his ship.
It's just so soft and so gay and I just love him so much.
Another happy landing.
It's true. But yeah, I just have a lot of like I just want to wrap him in a blanket. Basically, is how I feel about this character.
He's a soft baby.
I know, just like the
He's a space burrito.
softest blankets for Will Lark, please and thank you.
Cool.
Space burrito.
And then for the
Oh my
opposite
God.
of soft, we have Chas.
Another character I'm fucking terrified of.
I
Sure.
love her.
Yep.
She's the best. I love her so much. She's on the cover of the sequel, which makes me happy, and also worried for her.
Oh no.
When,
Oh, no.
When I was reading the part where like she first kind of pops up and is like yelling in the town square or whatever, I was like, oh, I gotta go. I'm afraid.
She's like in a tree and screaming at people for no reason. It's amazing. I was just like, honestly, it's big me energy.
I was gonna say, in a
mean-
tree, screaming at people.
I mean,
How
Kate,
did you
did
ch-
write
how did she
Little
get
Ball
up
of
there?
Anger on this on this outline.
Little ball of
She-
anger.
She made her husband put her up in that tree, is what they've left out. Put me up in the tree.
Give me a booster, I'll kill you. But yeah, no, she's like, she flies a fucking B-wing and plays fucking like heavy metal while she's fucking bombing shit. And is like at a funeral trying to fucking have a fist fight. Like, Jesus Christ, girl. I relate to that.
Having one emotion that is anger is fine.
I just love that all of their ships are in garbage condition. Like, Will's is literally being held together by duct tape. Like, Chas is like burning out the electronics every time because she plays her music too goddamn loud.
My favorite part was like literally every time she goes in her ship and she starts it up. She's like, there's this one button on it that she has to slap like 5 times to get the fucking ship to turn on. And I'm like, girl.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of like, you know, the person in high school who has enough money like from their job to buy a shitty car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like every time they try to start it, you gotta pray real hard.
Yep.
Always park it on a downhill.
It's
Oh
good advice.
Jesus Christ.
In
Um,
life and in cat massage.
What?
No one knows what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter.
What?
I will send you guys. It is an old meme from pre-meme. I will send the link. It doesn't matter. People who listen to this podcast who are too on the internet will know what I'm talking about. Hopefully.
Anyway.
Okay.
God damn it. None of you know about the cat massage video. This is very
No.
upsetting. Now I just want to pull it up on the iPad and make everyone listen to
no.
it.
do not do
Do
that.
not
I'm
do
going
that.
to. I'm not going to. I said I want to. This is growth.
Anyway, so Karen Aiden.
Oh my god. Oh no. I have one more thing about Chas though. I'm obsessed with her like sweet little burgeoning romance with Satanique, and I am very afraid for this poor fucking parrot frog who is definitely going to die. I just know it. I haven't read this book before. Chris has, so, and he just keeps like giving me looks. I just know he's gonna
I'm
die.
decidedly not looking at you.
You're just no, but listen, the amount that you're blinking and staring at your desk right now is like alarming.
I just assume anyone I like in this book will die.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it is an Alexander Free book. That's not a bad guess.
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm like Parrot Frogman, like I already miss you. I'm very sad.
Rest in the most peace.
I know.
I thought he was already like about to die at the end of this section. I was like, oh,
I mean,
that was quick.
sure. All right, Chris. You wanna buy some death sticks?
Yeah. Karen Aiden does not want to go home and rethink his life.
That's all I got about this guy, honest to God. Like he's just
He's a real sleazebag.
oh my
Some
god.
might say.
Stop it. He's just so tired. And his cousin wants to sell you some death sticks, and that's all I got about him.
That's a mood.
I love how exasperated he is at all times.
so tired.
He's like, oh, you want to do something? No.
about
you
no?
annoy me?
How about we don't?
Oh my god, I know. It's like big Kanan trying to train Ezra energy.
Oh my god. What about not being a fucking annoying teen? Have you considered that? Have you considered walking into the space desert?
Have you considered mastering the Jedi skill of stop fucking bothering me?
God.
Listen. And then Ezra just pops up and goes, oh, is that a Jedi skill? Listen, it's not season 1 of Rebels anymore, Ezra. Shut the fuck up.
Some of my favorite Kanan and Hera fanfics are Ezra being the dumbest child alive and not realizing for like 6 months after he's been living on the Ghost that Kanan and Hera are together, and then Sabine is just like slapping him.
I mean,
This bickering is pointless.
I mean, that is something that I would do.
It's like, wait, but like, I don't know. I just love
My
these fanfics.
Miranda, bad at picking up on things.
Fuck.
Hera's Kanan's mom. Duh.
That got really weird. Chris, please move on.
It's like, I don't want to go down that section of AO3.
Miranda, you're the one who was like, the girlfriend is the mom, right? No.
Well, I thought she was talking about like listening to the shit when she was a kid with her mom, and her mom was like holding her because she was young.
No, honey.
Oh.
Cool. Good. This continues to get weirder and worse every time we do it.
But yeah, anyway, Karen, we're gonna learn more about him. He's kind of the worst. You know who's not the worst? ITO.
Yay!
Torture.
It's just a soft spot in my heart for little baby droids, especially when they used to literally murder people.
Yeah, I love that, like, of the former Imperial droids that we've seen, the one that the Rebellion or the New Republic has reprogrammed, they kind of, like, have the same vibes. Like, I get strong K2 vibes, and it's just like, I could kill you. Do you want to know the odds of this failing? This is a bad idea, and I'm just going to watch you do it. It's like, no fucks given.
I know. It's so great. I realize that his primary purpose is to be a spy droid for Karen, but also, like, he's just like, let's do therapy. And she's just looking at it, and she's just like, you still have a needle attached to you, bitch! Like, it's just,
He's
incredible.
so committed to being a good therapist.
I know.
It's so cute.
It's so sweet. I'm just like, I'm glad somebody's having space therapy, even though it's like fake space therapy. But also, like, he's just like, I know I'm supposed to spy on you, but also I care about you as much as I can because I'm a robot that used to kill people.
Like, every time Karen asks him something, I keep thinking he's going to be like, I'm sorry, that breaks doctor-patient
I
confidentiality.
know.
I love how every time he's like, you should really go see a doctor.
I know.
She's like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
It's like, this is not the first bone I've broken. I do not need your advice, even though you used to break bones. Thank you.
And meanwhile, the droid's just like, and then she'll just do something, and then she'll be like, ow, and the droid he just looks at her. And he's like, I don't even need to say anything to you, do I?
I also love it's 2001 Space Odyssey, never blinking eye,
Yeah, it's so good.
the most intense stare.
So good. So lovely cast of characters. Very, very excited to find out more about them. Also excited because holy fucking shit, diversity in my Star Wars written by a white man. Is that so hard? Literally every other white person who writes anything.
I know, like, that's the thing. Like, between Wendig and Alexander Freed, and, you know, for better or worse, like, there's really no excuse.
I know, like, it's like, you know, like, it's like, white man writing Star Wars, please never, but Alexander Freed's already here, and he does a great job. He can stay. He can definitely stay. Yeah, no, like, when the cover for Alphabet came out, I know that, like, I got so excited to see that Erica's Asian. Obviously she and Will are queer, as we talked about. I am pausing because I'm looking at the outline because somebody was having a whole ass discussion about, it was Miranda who was just like, wait, that was her girlfriend? So
Yes, I know.
we've been over that. That's great. But even like the minor characters, you know, we've got that person, what the fuck is the name of the place? Where?
The space pirate den.
Yes.
The Hive, the something Hive.
Yeah, whatever. The Hive of Scum and Villainy. That. No.
Still don't like it.
Don't do that. But yeah, like the tour guide is non-binary. Like uses they them pronouns.
Yay!
And like they're it's kind of like how Takja Marisa in Last Shot by Daniel Jose Older was introduced. They just use they them pronouns. It is introduced that way. Nothing is said about it. No, not a big deal is made about it because it's not a big deal. And I'm just like, fucking bravo that somebody like these are not hard concepts to understand, and yet for many people, for whatever fucking reason, it is just like the strangest, most mind-blowing thing. And it's just like, and also when they get it right, they just like absolutely need to have like someone pat them on the back. Like,
Yeah, it's
just God bless Alexander Freed.
I mean, it's the
Hello there.
difference. It's the difference between the white people who who brag about going to Black Lives Matter meetings, but then won't actually show up for anything else.
So the white people?
Yeah. Well, versus the few who just go to stuff, and you don't hear about it because they're like, I did an activity. Why do I get credit for doing an activity? Like, there's no attempt to justify your characters because there's no need to justify your characters. You know, there's no 20 million scenes of them choosing a wig, for example.
Oh God.
To speak of a book that we'll read next.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's just like there's no drug dealer past. There's
Oh Jesus.
but yeah, so it is the, way to introduce diversity is to not there's a way to highlight it without making a big deal out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Freed does really well here, because what that shows is that it is simultaneously a big deal in its existence because the main characters are not white male-coded human-coded creatures, but also like not making a big deal out of it because it isn't a big deal because this is the way the galaxy looks.
Yeah, and also like it's just, especially for this specific thing, like it is so easy to just slide a they them pronoun in there.
Oh yeah.
Like I think I mentioned it. I wasn't on the pod when we did Last Shot. Was I?
I have no idea.
No, I was not. But I remember like talking to you guys about it, and it took me like a chapter or two to realize that the taco person,
Taka.
What's their
Taka.
name?
Jesus.
Taka, was not, because like, you know, I kind of like go about my life, and like I know non-binary people and have friends, so it's like, you know, I'm used to like seeing they them pronouns, so I just kind of glaze over it in the book, and I was like, holy shit, there's a badass non-binary character in this.
Yeah.
Like
Several.
how hard was that?
Right? Guess what? It wasn't. It wasn't at all. I love the number of people I talked to who super enjoyed that book, who, when they were first introduced to Taka, they just kept reading. And then they were like, and then at some point, long after Taka had been introduced, realized, wait, is this person non-binary? Goes all the way back, and they're like, yeah, no, these are all they pronouns. And it's just like, life is like that, right? Like, real life is like that. It's like, or it should be anyway. It's just like, these are my pronouns. I am a human being. Let's
Yeah.
be normal about this, because there's nothing weird about it, you know?
And the other,
Let's
while
bake some
we're
cookies.
singing DJO's praises, obviously DJ Older is not a white man, famously. But the other thing he does incredibly well with Taka is just like slip in and make very clear that they and their family are Latinx coded with stay safe. And like, just like, it's that easy. You just write them like human beings and not like speaking like African American slang English, or like the way white authors like to like really just like punctuate black characters' speech weirdly because they think that's how it works. Like, you just do it. You just write them like people, and they come out like people.
I know, it's shocking. It's also like, you know, it's amazing what happens when you bother to look at the world and notice that there are more than white people, which seems to be a very difficult proposition for many, many white people. Behold, others exist.
We would be honored if
Oh my
you would
gosh.
join us.
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
So yeah.
That seems like the spot to end it, with Darth Vader being honored that the white people are joining him.
Yeah, as if any of those fuckers need to listen to this podcast. Everybody listening to this podcast is like, 3 queer women hosting a podcast. I'm in.
And
Are you
Chris is there
suggesting
sometimes. Anyway,
that the white
thank you for listening
supremacists?
to this episode of the Book Wars
Oh
Pod.
no.
Remember to stay inside, wear a mask, social distance, safer at home, etc. Our next episode is going to be Continuing Alphabet Squadron by Alexander Freed, reading chapters 6 through 9. If you read
Nice.
the first bit, you realize that these chapters are kind of monstrous, so it is a lot, even though it's only 4 chapters. In the meantime, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at BookWarsPod, bookwarspod@gmail.com if you want to email us, and rate, review, and subscribe to both us and the Tachi Station Radio Mega Feed. It's the best way for people to discover the show. Also, if you have the means and are so inclined, please give to the Tachi Station Radio Patreon, and give us coffee at ko-fi.com/bookwarspod. It helps us cover our hosting and production fees, as well as it helps Kristen send us a 25-foot headphone extender cable.
I did not make them 25 feet, much as I wanted to.
God.
And whenever you give us coffee, we will post pictures of Pork Chop, Orca, and Jasper on the gram. Our theme song is Whiz Bang by Poddington Bear. Our logo and artwork are by Joby Terror Design. For Kate, Kristen, and Miranda, I'm Chris. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
For
Jesus.
fuck's sake!